Because of its substantial tensile strength and fireproof characteristics, asbestos was used as a binder in siding cement up until 1973. The reason is because cement tends to be quite fragile at the half-inch thickness required for such siding. Asbestos cement, or cement asbestos siding, is a composite material made from Portland cement, sand, and up to 10% asbestos. From the early 1960s onward, this was predominantly chrysotile. Prior to that time, it was often the particularly deadly crucidolite or amosite variety. Because of this, cement plant workers employed prior to the mid-1970s run an elevated risk of contracting asbestosis and mesothelioma. The difference between chrysotile and crucidolite or amosite. In terms of overall long-term health effects, there is little difference between serpentine or chrysolite and amphibole asbestos fibers according to a medical study. In 1987, a study of various cement plants in Louisiana showed a slightly higher rate of cancer among workers at plants where amphibole asbestos was used than those at chrysotile plants, 2.9% and 2.2% respectively. The material, nonetheless, presented a significant health risk in both cases. Chrysotile asbestos is of a softer variety. Such fibers are spring-shaped. Nonetheless, this substance was frequently contaminated with tremolite, another form of asbestos containing amphibole fibers. Amphibole asbestos fibers found in crucidolite and amosite resemble long, rigid needles when viewed under a microscope. Once inhaled or ingested, these needles burrow into the soft tissues. Asbestos diseases. Asbestosis is a result of macrophages, or antibodies attacking these fibers as if they were a pathogen such as a virus. Because of the relative hardness and inorganic nature of these fibers, they are literally a form of stone. These macrophages have little effect on them. Instead, they wind up being impaled upon these fibers. The digestive enzymes used to destroy viruses and bacteria escapes from the cell walls, acting like acid on the linings of the alveolar sacs of the lungs. This causes a buildup of scar tissue, which over the years reduces lung capacity until the victim literally suffocates. The mechanism of mesothelioma is less well understood by medical researchers. It is known that because of their microscopic size, these sharp fibers can eventually burrow through the lungs into the pleural lining and eventually reach any part of the body. The latest research indicates that multiple factors come into play when it comes to this once rare form of cancer. Asbestos fibers appear to interact with cells at the DNA level, causing them to become malignant. Medical researchers also suspect that a virus known as SV40 may play a part. This virus tainted some polio vaccines given between 1957 and 1963. In addition, chemical reactions may be responsible. It is known that smokers who are exposed to asbestos are 9,000 times more likely to develop mesothelioma than non-smokers. Mesothelioma is a cancer that attacks the outer lining of the lung, known as the pleura or mesothelium, which normally functions as a lubricating layer for the internal organs. On the lungs, it is known as pleuromesothelioma. Unlike most tumors, it grows in sheets, restricting the lung's ability to expand. Additionally, it may spread to the inner wall of the chest and/or abdomen, or peritoneum. This is known as peritoneal mesothelioma. Mesothelioma may also be found in the trachea and/or esophagus, the air and food passages. It has been known to metastasize to nearly all parts of the body, including the brain. Symptoms of mesothelioma are common to a range of illnesses and include shortness of breath, chest pains, particularly after exertion, unusual weight loss, and chronic fatigue. Only an oncologist working with a pathology lab can determine if these symptoms are those of mesothelioma. Thank you for watching. This video was produced by Asbestos.Net, a leading resource on all aspects of asbestos and mesothelioma. Our priority is to inform victims about the devastating effects of asbestos exposure, mesothelioma, asbestos cancer, asbestosis, and other asbestos-related diseases, and to advise them with a wealth of information. Individuals whose lives have been touched by mesothelioma have numerous questions and concerns. Their caregivers and family members also need accurate, reliable information. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos cancer and need more information, we invite you to visit and explore the thousands of pages of oncologist-reviewed material on Asbestos.net, to call our convenient toll-free number shown below and speak with a mesothelioma specialist, or to use the simple contact form found at Asbestos.net to request a free copy of our informative books, custom inserts, and DVD. Asbestos.net. Information and help for patients and families.